action from News Channel Nebraska. And Sports is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. And by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
We're cramming in more high school basketball in 2025 as Kearney High hosts Lincoln Northeast in a girls and boys doubleheader live on News Channel Nebraska. Thank you so much for joining us. Brandon Axelman and Will Vanderbeek with you today for all of the action as Kearney hosts the Rockets of Northeast on a Tuesday afternoon. This matchup brought to you by Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need them. Will, it is your debut on NCN. You are calling your home team. You're going to be unbiased, of course, but you look at these two squads. Kearney, undefeated, taking on Lincoln Northeast. This is one of the best starts the Lady Bearcats have had in recent history.
Yeah, I would say the past 20 years is the best start that they've had. And coming off Christmas, coming into Christmas, it's all about momentum and keeping that momentum through this time of year because it can get slow, it can get tired, and so it's keeping that momentum, keeping that win streak alive is going to be really important tonight.
8-0 the Bearcats currently talking about that start. You look on the flip side to Lincoln Northeast. They haven't played as many games, but just one loss on the schedule, and that being to one of the best teams in the state in Lincoln North Star.
Coming in at 4-1, yeah, like you said, they haven't played as many games, but they're battle tested. They played a tough game. It was a close game, and they lost to, again, one of the best teams in the state. So they come in being battle tested and have maybe a better understanding of where they're at as a team compared to Kearney High, and maybe this will be a game where you'll see it from both sides for sure.
2 victories over out-of-state opponents in Missouri, most recently the Rockets with a 6-point win over Omaha Marion. Now let's take a look at some key players. First off for the Bearcats, you talk about the 8-0 start, and the most scoring output, Will, it's come from a freshman, and a very good freshman by the name of Hallie Garner.
Yeah, very skilled. She's not going to bring a lot of size, but she's going to bring a lot of almost upperclassman-like attitude to the game. She looks super comfortable. She's comfortable handling the ball. Great shooter, great shot maker. She can get shots up even with her short stature, and it's pretty impressive. It's cool to see someone that young be able to get shots up and distribute like she can.
Hallie averaging 17 points a game as we go to Lincoln Northeast. Another player averaging 17 points a game and a stat stuffer in Elijah Stabler, a transfer from Beatrice, and man, the Rockets are happy to have her.
Yeah, she knows how to score. She's got a lot of help around her, a lot of size that they can work with, but she knows how to get shots up. She's a stat stuffer. She's got stats in all category, and she can put the ball in the hoop for sure.
17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals per game, referring to that stat stuffing ability for Stabler. We are minutes away from tip-off for this girls' contest between Kearney and Lincoln Northeast. Stay with us. More pregame when we return on News Channel Nebraska.
Pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCode.com.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a Teammates mentor. I've heard Teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates helps students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
It's the year-end savings event at Schaefer's, and the deals are bigger than ever on top-name appliances. If it plugs in, it's on sale. Choose from Schaefer's huge selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances and save. From cool new refrigerators to energy-saving laundry pairs and air-fry ovens. Now with year-end markdowns and for a limited time, free local delivery. It's the year-end savings event going on now at Schaefer's.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Welcome back. We are getting closer to tip between Kearney and Lincoln in Northeast. Brandon Axman, Will Vanderbeek with you. Let's talk about our school spotlight here as we get ready for tip between the girls to start off this doubleheader. First off, the Bearcats, Heartland Athletic Conference members. 1,227 is their enrollment, representing District 4. And, Will, when you look at the history of this program, we talked about the start. They have one championship, 1982, a little before your time, one runner-up in 1989. And when you look at this Bearcat team, they have a real chance to potentially threaten for that again. And the last time they made the playoffs, 2017, there's a very good chance the streak breaks this season.
Yeah, I was personally knew that state basketball trip was last time they made it when my sister was a junior, so it'd be great to see them make it again, especially with this start, and take advantage of it and keep rolling on this hot streak that they're going on.
On the flip side for Lincoln Northeast, also a member of the HAC, as mentioned, coming into this one at 4-1. Very similar enrollments, just a little bit more than Kearney at 100, representing District 1. Like Kearney, they have one state championship, that being in 2005. Also two runners-up in 06 and 1982. So a little bit of a history lesson for you. 1982, Rockets and Kearney played each other. Kearney came out on top in that final. Rockets finished runner-up that year.
Yeah, they're always competitive, and they're playing a conference in a city of Lincoln they're always battle tested. They're always playing teams that make them better, make them compete, make them figure out what their identity is, and they're always going to be super competitive and play super hard.
So with that, we'll take one more break, come back with starting lineups and a tip-off. High school basketball here in Kearney, coming your way on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy. From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Looking for a touchdown on the road? Pull in a Speedy Mart off I-80 between Grand Island and Lincoln. Open 24 hours. With several food choices, plenty of tables to sit and dine, hot breakfast options, Chester's Chicken, and Godfather's Pizza, you'll always score big. With free semi-parking, multi-stall restrooms, and showers to refresh. For fuel, food, and friendly service, Speedy Mart is always a win.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Buffalo County Community Partners, because your life matters and help is always here. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Welcome back to Kearney High. The wait is nearly over. We're about ready for girls basketball between the undefeated Lady Bearcats of Kearney and the 4-1 Lincoln Northeast Rockets. So, without further ado, here is your starting five for Lincoln Northeast. The visitors making the 2-hour trip out west. Jada Merle. She's averaging 8 points a contest. We talked about Stabler, who is that all-state transfer from Beatrice, the junior, averaging 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Then you have Paige Perry, Gigi Owens, and Brenna Renard rounding out the starting five. And Will Renard is a double-double sophomore, 15 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks a game.
It's going to be important for Kearney High to clean up the glass. There's going to be a lot of pressure on that, and making sure that they don't just get abused on the boards is going to be a key in this game tonight for sure.
And the lights go out as we prepare to announce the Bearcats starting five, undefeated. Now this is something when we talked about this light display that we're seeing currently during a football broadcast with athletic director Ryan Hogue. This is something that the community invested in, the school invested in, and Will, why didn't they have this when you were here? Did you talk to Hogue about that?
Big screen every day on the floor. I don't know what to think about it. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd ever see myself blowing up that big on the floor, but it is pretty cool for the community of Kearney to be able to chip in.
It's tough to have it translate onto the TV screen, but yeah, they are showing highlights, headshots of players, and actual footage of games through lights on the court. And so after this whole thing plays through, we'll get a chance to see the starting lineups, but certainly a unique situation and an awesome show for the venue here at Kearney High. With that, here come the starters for the 8-0 Bearcats. So there they are, the starting five. We talked about Garner, who's averaging 17 points a contest. Augusta Gans, she's averaging 6 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. That's a great stat-stuffing line for Gans, the junior. Then you have Sophie Gallant, averaging 4 and 5 a contest. Addie Snyder averaging 6 and 6. And Libby Province, 12 points, 3 rebounds. So I think the narrative that you're seeing here as well, there are a lot of capable scorers and players 1 through 5 for this Bearcat team.
Yeah, and they have, I believe, like about three starting returners, but they have a lot of experience just outside of starters. They had a lot of girls that played a lot of minutes last year, and in Class A that becomes huge when you have people that have played the game and they know the speed, they know what it takes to succeed, and obviously that's shown in their 8-0 start this year.
Glad that you are with us. Again, we have a doubleheader tonight. Tomorrow we'll be in Wayne for the Wayne Holiday Tournament Championships, and that is what will round out our basketball broadcast for 2025. Don't worry, we have plenty coming up in 2026 as well. But we are ending the year strong with this Class A contest out in central Nebraska as the tip goes to the Rockets. So they are a team that can get up and down quickly. They try to work it inside. There's a steal off the bat. Addie Snyder And then the Bearcats up the other way, and a lay-in for Garner right away.
Yeah, both teams are going to want to play fast. You're going to see pressures from both sides for sure. And just speed up their opponent, make sure they're not comfortable is going to be the name of the game for both sides here tonight.
There is a second steal. This time it's Libby Province running the court. Layup doesn't go. And the Rockets grab the board, and track meet back and forth we go to start things. Here is Stabler. Now the Rockets reset Merle. Owens. Perry back up top. So corner three, a little bit long, a rebound, Gans. The Province now gets it back out to Garner as the lone bucket thus far. Rockets in a man-to-man. Nice penetration and take, and Gans draws the foul and will shoot two.
We're seeing a lot of spread out defense. Kearney High's doing a great job of spreading the defense when they get into a set, kind of a set half-court offensive possession, and getting to the line will be important tonight.
First one doesn't fall. For Gantz. Second one does. So Bearcats out to a 3-0 advantage. 90 seconds in. There's the head fake from Stabler. She penetrates baseline and is long. There is the big sophomore in Renard to clean it up.
That's going to be where Kearney High needs to take over the game a little bit, is not allowing so many offensive rebounds and battling on the O boards as well.
Well, wide open three, you have to love that, and Libby Province makes the Rockets pay. You were someone who could knock down the long ball. Did you appreciate when you were that open, or did it almost freak you out a little bit?
Oh, the being wide open was it felt like a set shot. It felt like if you made it, then it was, or if you missed it, it was going to be really, really bad. So I always liked a little contest. It made it a little game-like. It made it feel real, and it was good. It allowed me to be successful and make quite a few threes. Yeah, just like that possession right there, wide open inbound, and when you're not guarded, it sometimes surprises you. You think there should be someone there, and it doesn't, and it's hard to make shots sometimes.
Well, count the basket on that one for Garner. Chance for a three-point play. Those are never easy, but Garner gets the bucket to drop. Another look here. Brought to you by Meade Lumber and Beatrice Community Hospital. And three-point play is complete. Garner already out to 5 points. Seven-point advantage here for the Bearcats early on. Kick out to Stabler from the wing, and she buries it. And you see Northeast in some full-court pressure. It nearly yields a turnover.
Yeah, we're seeing that pressure both ways here. Now more of a full-court look from Northeast, and they're just going to try to control the tempo. Both teams want to play fast. Both teams want to go up and down, so controlling that will be big on defense for both sides, and it'll give both teams a chance to get a lot of offensive possessions and get a lot of shots up.
And we have an official's whistle here. And it's Coach Danielson getting the explanation of the whistle. Looks like the Bearcats will inbound, and it'll be, looks like Garner to inbound. Halfway through the first, a 4-point contest between the Rockets and the Bearcats. And shot is up off the mark from Snyder, just a tad heavy. As Northeast gets it back across the timeline. Stabler to Merle. See, a lot of height and length for this Lincoln Northeast team. Shot clock to 10. And Stabler will pull up from way downtown off the back of the iron. It's another rebound for Gans.
Yeah, and something I'm definitely not used to is seeing the shot clock now.
Yeah, another thing that changed.
Yeah, you could have long possessions when I played, and now you see a lot of up tempo, a lot more fast offenses, a lot of shots going up and stuff. It's pretty fun to watch.
There is another triple for Kearney, the first for Snyder. 12-5 advantage as we near 2.5 to go. 12-5 your score on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. We have a foul on the floor. It looks like it'll be against Kearney.
Kearney right away doing a great job of not allowing Renard just to sit in the paint and just cause problems. So if they continue that, they'll have a lot of success defensively in this ball game.
There is the kick out to Sand, who is subbed in for Northeast. Merle swinging it around, quick ball movement, finds Stabler. A little heavy on the three, but there's an offensive board for Merle. Stabler looking to penetrate. And good defense there by Garner. It will stay with the Rockets. Two to play here in the opening quarter. Patience shown by Northeast. Gets an open three from the corner, no good. Stabler gets the offensive board. Great effort and hustle. Layup doesn't fall. And now Kearney has numbers. And there's 2 points in transition for Snyder.
Really early in this game, you can see the dependence on Stabler. A lot of the offense goes through her, and so we'll see if some of these younger players can get some shots up, get themselves into kind of an offensive groove tonight.
That three is long. Northeast has been shooting several threes, and the majority of them have been heavy. Near 1 minute to play. Shot clock is still running, as that last shot attempt didn't hit the rim, so we're at 3. I don't know if the Rockets, there they are, they get it off, in and out. So less than a minute to go in this first quarter. It is brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor. Brandon and Will Vanderbeek with you, as Kearney High has a 9-point advantage here, and we have a tie-up on the floor. Possession arrow will keep it with Kearney. There we have a travel, shuffle of the feet against Kennedy Lee. And Beatrice Community Hospital giving you a look. Incredible care, incredibly close. That will give the Rockets an opportunity to have the last shot. There's a turnover. So, Will, what have you been seeing from this Bearcat defense that's been forcing several turnovers thus far and has nabbed multiple steals, that time on just a little bit of miscommunication, but the theme remains that the Bearcats' athleticism and defensive tactics, you'd say, have been causing issues for the Rockets.
Yeah, they're really extending their man-to-man defense, and then they're sticking the post right in the middle on help defense, which is super helpful if you're getting beat off the drive. So with extended pressure and you're not allowed to play right on the three-point line, it's hard to get shots up. It's hard to get into a rhythm. So look for Northeast to kind of get tighter to the three-point line and maybe stay aggressive like they have been, get into the hoop and maybe get to the foul line and get some points in that way.
One quarter in the books. Kearney leading 14-5. You're watching Girls High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
A new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom Crew Cab hassle-free, priced at $39,999 at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer, Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC in Kearney, or thinkmidway.com/GM. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hi, this is Rick Heyman, president of Starter Heyman Jewelers, welcoming you to Starter Heyman.
Plumbing needs attention? Trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
Welcome back to Kearney High, 14-5 after the first. Will, what's the biggest difference in the score? Why is Kearney currently up 9? What were you seeing in those opening 8 minutes?
I was seeing Kearney High, they're forcing a lot of turnovers, getting quite a few of their points in transition, if not off of a transitional steal or turnover. So you'll look to them to continue that pressure and look to see if Northeast can kind of adjust to that pressure and get the ball inside more and maybe hit some more of those threes that they were shooting long.
Offensive board for the Rockets, keeping the possession alive. Stabler penetrates and kicks. And worked back inside. And Renard. Again, I think this is the theme. Kearney defense not giving up any easy shots for the Rockets. And Stabler's lay-in attempt falls short. Renard can't put it back. And the Bearcats bring it down.
And a big thing on those offensive rebounds, if she does tend to get one, you just have to go straight up. You can't. That's where you're going to get in troubles when you foul on those putback opportunities. So don't turn one negative into two. If she gets one, you just got to play straight up and maybe even let her go sometimes.
Another three from Kearney, just off the mark from Snyder. Stabler open from downtown. Again, a little bit long and heavy. Goes over the backboard. Kearney ball. This second quarter, it's brought to you by O Street Carpet. Go check out Steve Carper and the crew near 17th and O in Lincoln. At O Street Carpet, they'll take care of your flooring needs.
You can tell when there's a lot of nerves in a basketball game. So I think I'll blame that on those long missed shots. This is a big game for both teams, pretty early in the year, and so that's where you tend to see some of those kind of rush shots, maybe some of those long shots as teams kind of settling in. And sometimes when I played, it took even 3 quarters to settle in and hit some shots.
There was a basket by Province. She now has 5. Bearcats running the court and a layup in transition. It's Snyder. She now has 7.
And Kearney High's transition looks really good right now. That pass was phenomenal. Just having your eyes up, great court vision, and just seeing what's up in front of you and what's free. I mean, if you're going to get those easy buckets in transition, it makes your half-court defense and half-court offense a lot easier.
And another turnover forced by the Bearcats. Here comes Garner, doing it herself, unable to get it to fall. And we have a timeout taken by the Rockets. We'll take one as well. 18-5 your score. Undefeated Kearney rolling here early on in the second. We'll be back.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Welcome back. High school basketball on NCN is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Also, Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. And by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. There is Renard with a basket. And, Will, you'd have to imagine the Rockets would love to get her going.
Yeah, being a double-double machine, you'd expect her to, she's going to be on the boards on both ends, but expect her to get some more paint touches here and get more comfortable in the paint. There's less size with Kearney High, but more low hands, so keeping the ball high and finishing high will be the key for her success here.
Rockets, unfortunately for them, turn it over. Kearney bringing it back up. 11-point lead as we near 5 minutes to play in quarter number 2. And there's a turnover. Here comes Stabler. And a blocking foul is called on Lee. So Stabler will earn her first trip to the line. We mentioned it, just an all-around player when you're averaging 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Getting a look at Rocket head coach Matt Van Engen. Just a little bit heavy from Stabler on the first shot. Down the second.
For both teams here, you look to minimize live ball turnovers, which are just turnovers that lead to an offensive possession for the other team without a stoppage of play or an inbounds required. So you look at trying to minimize those, minimize fast break opportunities for both teams.
There is Gans with a bucket. She now has 3 total points as the Kearney lead grows, and there is another turnover forced on the other end. Sand and Blair Van Dyke check in for the Rockets here with 4:25 to play in the half.
Kearney High finding a lot of success in the fast break game. It'll be interesting to see how they do in the half-court game if this becomes that kind of contest tonight.
Good ball handling shown by Garner. Gets it in the hands of Gans. And that is Ellie Larson, a freshman who has checked in for Kearney. Driving it up with the right hand, doesn't fall for Snyder. Here come the Rockets.
You see Kearney shading Stabler a little bit more on the offensive, or on the Northeast offensive end, and kind of daring the other Northeast girls to make plays. So it'll be interesting to see who steps up here and tries to make some shots when Stabler's being two are shown to Stabler.
There is another timeout taken. We'll take a break as well. It's 20-8, Kearney leading with 3:27 to play here in the first half.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Schrock Medical Clinics in Kearney. Their expert medical team can treat every member of the family. And by Coppermill Steakhouse in Kearney. Only the finest food and great service.
Welcome back here on News Channel Nebraska. Kearney and Lincoln Northeast going at it. Brandon Axmet, Will Vanderbeek with you. 12-point advantage for the home team. Wide open three. That makes it a 15-point lead. And it is the second triple of the evening hit by Snyder.
Yeah, those getting downhill and kicking out makes for easy outside shots. Those are the ones that you want to shoot. Those are the most in rhythm. Those are the shots that you're the most confident about. They're the easiest to make. They're the easiest to see coming, and so you'll look for those a lot more for Kearney High here tonight.
As the third three in total for Kearney. Northeast has hit one. Stabler back at the line following the foul on Snyder, or by Snyder, I should say. .23 your score on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15. And fill up at your nearest A stop today. So Stabler gets her own rebound off the miss. A chance for additional points here for the Rockets, as we're now under 3 to go in the half. Wide open three. Top of the key. In and out. Ball rebounded by Larson.
Northeast needs to look at getting more people involved. They're able to drop back and sag off of some other players to defend inside and defend the paint a little bit more. So look to see these other girls get involved and maybe hit some outside shots or get some drive attempts here.
Active hands by Stabler. Gets the turnover for the Rockets. On the shot clock. Renard from the corner, who's shooting at a very high clip from downtown, 56%. She gets the rebound here, goes up for the putback, and will shoot two.
I think that right there is how Northeast is going to get back into this game, is trying to slow down Kearney's transition, but at the same time, they got to get some quality shots on the offensive end, and I think a lot of them are going to come from inside here from offensive rebounds and second chance points.
Renard just a sophomore, but as mentioned, scoring 15 a game, pulling down 3 rebounds a game and 2 blocks. Shooting 52% from the field and 56% from beyond the arc on the season coming into tonight. Van Dyke being given a breather for the Rockets as Renard hits the second. Gigi Owens checks in for Lincoln Northeast as well, giving Renard a break. We're under 2 to go here in this second quarter. 23-9. Kearney with a comfortable advantage as we near half. And that will be a foul on Sand.
Kearney frequently looking to attack off the dribble, off of a on-ball screen there and away screens, and trying to get one-on-one matchups, and they're really opening up the paint very well. So you'll see them being able to attack the paint, attack the rim is what they want to do, and then that opens up the kick-out three that we've seen earlier from them too.
Worked inside, strong take to the basket. There's 2 more points for Gans. Under a minute to go. Kicked out to Stabler. 4-3 off the front of the iron. Good strong rebound by Lee. Here's Province. And the Bearcats will slow this one down. What do you think here? What are we going to see, Will?
Another on ball screen, another, drive to the paint. And when you beat your girl to the rim, you force the help side to step over, just clearing out the backside for a post or another wing to step in and make a shot.
That was a two-pointer easily made by Glant. And we have a foul. Looks like it's called against Kearney. Coach Drew Danielson disagrees. Let's see it here. What do you see? Looks like it may have been given to, I believe, Kennedy Lee.
Maybe on the backside there. Glant was clean on the front side, but it might have been Lee. Yep.
So that is Lee's second. It officially goes to her. 7.6 remaining. They're trying to get it to Renard. Instead, the Rockets find Owens for the backdoor two.
That's what good players do. They draw attention. They give their teammates an ability to score if they're not the one that's going to score it.
And there is the buzzer. 2 quarters in the books. Kearney with a 15-point advantage at the break. 27-12 is your score. Couple of threes knocked down by Snyder. She's leading the Bearcats with 10 as Kearney takes a 15-point lead into half. We'll be back.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at. We got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
15 new Ram heavy-duty crew cab 4x4s available and coming. Now priced up to $11,600 below MSRP. The Wrap Up the Year sales event at Midway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Kearney or midwaycdjr.com.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together. The halftime show is brought to you by RMV Construction, trusted, local, proven, RMV Construction, and by Riverstone Bank. Strong roots, local people, powerful capabilities.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
And welcome back to Kearney High. Brandon Axelman, Will Vanderbeek with you. 27-12, your score as we're at halftime. And Will, as a former basketball player yourself, break down that first half. What did we see? Why are we sitting at a 15-point lead for the Bearcats?
On Kearney's side, you're seeing more of a balanced attack. You have your scorers that we listed before with Garner and even Libby Province, but they aren't the ones that are leading the way here for them. They're looking to other players. They're looking at Addie Snyder, who's had 10 so far. And when you have so much pressure on other players and so much attention drawn to them, it allows your secondary scorers to take advantage, especially in transition and even in the half court. So that's what we've seen from the Kearney side. From Lincoln Northeast side, you've seen Stabler. She's getting her shots up. They're doing what they want to do on their end with her. But I think it's going to look to Renard in the paint this half to draw some fouls, to get some points going, to slow the game down in the paint for them, and so that they can allow other girls to get going and get started and start shooting the ball a little bit better.
Well, let's see how we got to this score by reviewing our halftime highlights, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. So rolling first half highlights. Kearney jumped out to a nice early lead transition basket here. Snyder finding Garner for the two. She had 5 points in that first half, all of them coming in the first quarter. Will, we mentioned Renard. You have to think the Rockets want to get her going. She has 5 total points, but they're going to need more from her.
Yeah, they're going to look to get the ball in the paint, but that's hard when you have guards sagging down on defense and helping off. So look for them to kind of get a matchup where they can't help as much from the corner or from a wing, and see if they can convert on that and get the ball in the paint more and get her touches, and then in turn that'll get other guards touches and give them a chance to score.
Saw some threes. Province knocked one down, then Snyder hit another, and here is Snyder again leading the Bearcats with 10 points, this time with the lay-in. Kearney outscored Lincoln Northeast 14-5 after one. Here's another bucket for Province. They outscored the Rockets 13-7 in the second, and I think that's another thing we saw a lot as well, is Kearney's ability and not being afraid to get out in transition, and then they were able to convert those transition plays into points.
Yeah, you got to play fast. You got to play without fear. You got to play without the fear of making a mistake. You're going to make mistakes when you play fast. But also on the other end, if you play fast and you're successful, you score a lot of points and you score them very quickly. So look for Kearney High to continue doing it. They're super successful in doing it so far, and they'll keep the pressure up and continue what they've been doing in the first half.
Running down the point totals for Kearney first. Gans with 5, Glant with 2, Snyder 10, Garner with 6, or 5, for Garner. Province with 5. Lincoln Northeast, you have Stabler with 5, Renard with 5, Owens with 2. With that, we'd like to remind you, this is our halftime show brought to you by RMV Construction. If you want to have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. And today we are featuring the beautiful Yanni Park Pavilion right here in Kearney, Nebraska. It's a $3.7 million project that RMV Construction recently completed. RMV Construction built the 3,600 square foot space, which features a catering kitchen, wraparound patio, and fire pit area. Every detail shows the care and quality that RMV puts into their work. So whether it's a community space, commercial project, or something totally unique, trust the team that brought you the Yanni Park Pavilion. RMV Construction, with offices in Kearney and in Lincoln, trusted local improvement. Will, you ever been to the Yanni Park Pavilion?
Yeah, we have going to UNK, we have a little
beginning
of the year kind of welcoming for students, and it included a drone show and food trucks and all that kind of thing, and it took place there at the pavilion, and it's a pretty cool spot for the community of Kearney. That Yanni area is growing with multiple flower gardens, tree gardens, a great place to go walk your dog, just get outside when it's been nice here a few days in December, so it's kind of fun to go there when you can. But yeah, what a great thing for the community of Kearney, and especially that Yanni Park area.
Perfect endorsement by the local Will Vanderbeek, and a thanks to RMV Construction for making that for the community of Kearney. 2 minutes to go here in our halftime show. We mentioned we have this broadcast tonight. We have one more broadcast in 2026 tomorrow with the Wayne Holiday Tournament. Here's what we have coming up over the next several weeks. As mentioned, Wayne Holiday Tournament, the championships. Girls championship starts at 1:50. The boys to follow. Those teams in the tournament championships to be determined based on what happens today. Then, you'll appreciate this one, Will. Kearney versus Grand Island. We're doing the wrestling duel. So when they, I appreciate, I mean, not from the wrestling side, but from the rivalry side. We got to televise you when you played the Islanders on the hardwood. They're going to be in the theater area. I don't know if you're familiar with what they do on that thing, but
yeah, it's a pretty cool environment in the theater area. It's a different crowd. I went to a duel there where Kearney wrestled Lincoln East, and it's a weird atmosphere. It's all like so highlighted. It's so all the attention is in one spot, and it gets pretty loud. And it's just one of those environments that it's hard to explain, but when you're there, it is super, super cool, and it's pretty cool that Kearney High is allowed to do that and able to do that.
So what you're saying is make sure you tune in to watch that wrestling duel. Girls and boys doubleheader. You saw the rest of the basketball games as well. And I always want to mention that if you haven't yet, follow us on social. Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Just recently actually tweeted and Facebooked out a picture of myself, Will, for his color commentating debut, alongside coaches Drake Baronic for Kearney on the boys' side and Monty Ritchie for the Northeast Rockets on the boys' side. Fun tidbit about them, they were roommates at UNL when Drake Baronic transferred from UNK to play for the Huskers during the Doc Sadler era. Monty Ritchie was a grad assistant on that staff as well, so those buddies will be coaching against each other in our boys' game coming up. And you can see that picture on our socials, including as well all of the games that we broadcast. We push out on social, we tweet out interviews, highlights, and anything else. Our rankings that will be coming out to start the year, they all go to those social media channels. We promise if you are a sports fan and like high school sports, you won't be disappointed by following the socials. With that, it's time to get back to hoops. Girls hoops action, quarter number 3. First game of our doubleheader here in Kearney. 27-12 is your score, and a reminder that the coverage you're seeing tonight is presented by Medica, Liberty First Credit Union, Teammates Mentoring, and Midway Auto. Rockets with a 15 point deficit to erase. And we'll see if they can do that. Kearney undefeated on the season at 8-0.
Right away, you're looking at a Lincoln Northeast 2-3 zone. I think to try to eliminate some of those drives that are getting to the hoop. Now we'll have to see if Kearney High can kind of expose that maybe at the three-point line and get him out of it as fast as I can.
Well, there's an open look for the Bearcats, and Garner buries it. That is her second triple tonight.
One of the only ways to work yourself out of a 2-3 zone is to shoot your way out of it. So look for Kearney to do that and keep pushing it in transition so the zone can't get set.
Kearney forcing the turnover, leading by 18.
Would be important for Kearney here to take good possessions, take good shots. It's easy to force up a bad shot against the zone, a shot that you might not want, but looks easy, looks good, and also it's very easy to turn the ball over across court in a 2-3 zone.
So Owens goes down, was fouled, and it goes against Snyder. That is her first personal.
Look for Northeast to continue to push the ball out of the zone. Sometimes that's not easy, but look for them to keep pushing in transition. It looks like that's exactly what they want to do, and they'll continue to do. Just like Lincoln Northeast, you see Kearney High also went into a zone there too to try to minimize the paint touches, get more help, and look to stop Renard in the paint.
Another transition basket for Kearney. Province now with 7 points. That 3 on the other end doesn't drop for Merle. Get a foul on the rebound. Looks like it'll go against the Bearcats. And I believe it's Province. No, excuse me, they give it to Glant, which is her third personal. Long 2 from Stabler. Does not go. Province again, pushing the tempo. There's the kick out. 3 in transition, no. Offensive board by Gans. Left hand doesn't fall. Offensive rebound again. This time it's Glant. And she draws the foul. And Will, you have to love the effort on the glass by the Bearcats there.
Yeah, it's huge. Second chance points are where you win a lot of games and you win a lot of close games. If you're able to convert on offensive rebounds and especially get fouls out of them, you get 2 positives. And so look for them to continue to crash the boards hard offensively, and defensively it'll be important here as both teams are in a zone. It's sometimes tougher to rebound out of a zone. It's tougher to match up and find someone to box out. So look for that emphasis here in the second half, both teams defensively, if they stay in 2-3 zones.
Glant gets the second to fall. That puts her at 3 points tonight. Kearney's lead continuing to grow, now at 20.
Kearney High, they're kind of extending this zone a little bit, making the wing passes tougher. That's the toughest thing to do, and obviously just like that gets them a steal, is make those passes to the paint tougher.
This is out of play off the Rockets.
Having active hands and having your hands up in a zone almost creates an extra defender. It makes the defense look more intimidating when you have active hands and you have your hands up. So look for Northeast and Kearney High in their zones to both do that, close passing lanes and make paint touches and kickouts harder to convert on.
Strong drive to the glass, and Glant is fouled by Renard.
That's going to be one big thing I always think offensively you attack their best players, force them to either defend you well or force them to foul you, and once you get a team's good players in foul trouble, it makes the game a lot easier if they're having to watch the game from the bench.
There, Glant hits the second. 22-point lead for the undefeated Bearcats here at home. And we have a kick.
Northeast is going to have to look at other girls shooting outside shots. The paint is looking tough to score in unless it's a mid-range shot, and we've seen just mainly a lot of paint touches and paint shots and three-pointer shots. So look for the other girls to look for shots outside and look for shots also inside.
Excellent up and under for Gigi Owens. And a much-needed basket for the Rockets, the first here for them in the second half. Shot doesn't fall for Province. Offensive rebound by Snyder. The three's long from Gantz, but another offensive board here for Kearney. They keep possession.
You see Northeast kind of switch back into a man-to-man defense, trying to look to maybe get some more ball pressure. The zone they were getting hurt on the offensive rebounds, and they still are in the man-to-man defense.
Count the basket for Libby Province. Fouled and gets the shot to go. Opportunity for a three-point play here for the Bearcats. While we wait, we'll remind you this third quarter, it's brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they treat the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab, our third quarter sponsor. So that basket puts Province in double digits now with 10.
You see Kearney High playing with no fear. They're getting after it. They're being aggressive. They're not allowing anyone to slow them down. They're not allowing any tall girls in the paint to slow them down. They're going right at them, and that's showing here.
It's a bucket for Nyla Sand for Northeast.
And look for Northeast to keep staying aggressive, keep taking it to the paint. They've had good looks in the paint, so they just need to keep going for it.
We're almost halfway through the third quarter. 37-16. Bearcats turned it over there, so the Rockets coming the other way, and a strong take by Gigi Owens. This is what Northeast needs, a little bit of momentum, a couple of back-to-back baskets, and feeling that the Rockets might be gaining some momentum. Coach Drew Danielson takes a timeout for Kearney. We'll take a timeout as well with 3:58 to go in the third. Your score 37-18 here in Kearney on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Welcome back, Brandon Axelman and Will Vanderbeek. We have some young fans here enjoying the high school hoops. Can't blame them. First of 2 games for a doubleheader here tonight on NCN. Kearney hosting the Rockets 1 day before New Year's Eve. Sending us into 2026 on a strong note. And a couple of back-to-back buckets for the Rockets, really their best stretch of the night thus far. And Coach Danielson says, let's take a timeout and slow that down.
Yeah, when you have a lead, it's important to maintain it and keep teams from going on runs, like big runs. So you see kind of a quick little 4-0 lead, 4-0 run there, and that's big to kind of slow that down and try to change the tempo back in the other direction.
So Gans earns a trip to the line. Another look here brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Officials got sand for the reach. And when you look at what Gans does, she offers a lot statistically. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. It's a well-rounded player as she hits the second.
Yeah, those players like her are key. They're key. They're not gonna, they might occasionally score a bunch of points, but they're gonna lead you in a bunch of categories, and those categories are all super important.
Also shooting just a small 67% from the field. As we come down the other way, an excellent take to the rack by Sand. Contact and the basket. So Sand off the bench has 4 points.
Yeah, look for Sand to gain a little confidence here. They need to rely on a couple other girls. Kearney High's taken away the top 2 leading scorers, so look for the other 3 to kind of step up and make some plays here in the second half.
Well, she misses the 3-point play, and will because she wanted the 4-point play, and she gets the putback.
Yeah, look for Northeast they might ramp up their pressure here. They need to create some turnovers here and get moving in transition and score some points. They lacked that a little bit. They tried to pressure in the first half, but Kearney High did a great job of kind of working their way out of it and scoring out of it at that. So look for them to pick it up and maybe take some chances, try to get some steals and some buckets the other direction.
So Kearney is now in the bonus. So a couple more shots here for Gans, unable to hit the first. Now Gans with 7 points. Lead is back to 16 for Kearney.
Northeast has struggled a little bit from the three-point line all game, so look for them to maybe try to get into the paint more. And like you see there, and even early on in this half, they've scored a lot of points inside the paint and from the free throw line. So look for them to kind of not settle from 3, but get in the paint like she just did and score.
Well, excellent effort by Owens to not give up on the play, and ends up getting it in the hands of Renard, who has the and one opportunity. It was just a situation where half the Rockets ran back because they assumed that the Bearcats had the ball, but Owens stole it away again, gets it to Renard, and that's another 3 points for the Rockets.
Northeast in kind of a full court pressure here, trying to spark some offense is what they need here in the third quarter to get themselves back into this game.
The lead that was as big as 22 is currently down to 14. Excellent effort there by Gans. Wide open three, it's long. Renard tries to bring it down. The Bearcats continuing to scrap for it. They keep possession. There's the kick out to Province. And off the mark.
You usually see the third chance go in, and sometimes it doesn't, but Northeast is really going to have to minimize those second chance opportunities if they want to get back into it. Those just prolonged possessions, and honestly, they just run time off the clock, so you got to minimize those second chance and third chance opportunities if you're going to get back in this game.
Rockets taking a 30-second timeout. We will as well. It's 39-25 Kearney here on NCN.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
Welcome back, Brandon Axelman, Will Vanderbeek. The Rockets making a little bit of a run here in this third quarter. Currently down 14, a chance to cut into that a little bit more with 2.5 to play in the period.
Northeast being a lot more aggressive, not settling as much as they did in the first half, and it's seeing them kind of cut this lead down a little bit and look to see if they can cut it down some more here in the last couple minutes of the quarter.
You mentioned it earlier, but the three ball has not been falling for the Rockets. One of the big differences here, just one triple. It was hit by Stabler in the first. But you have a foul here, and both teams now in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. And that'll send Sand to the line. She's had a great third quarter, all 6 of her points in this period.
And look for her to continue to be aggressive through this quarter and the last quarter here because of the tension that is drawn to the other players. She's going to really have to step up and continue to shoot well as she's done.
Some more full court pressure here. 3/4 court pressure by the Rockets. Kearney gets across the timeline. And it ends up in the hands of Glant, who can't make the bucket. Northeast coming the other way. That is Owens. Scramble for the ball, and Kearney with a 3-on-1. Sand the one Rocket back. There's a scramble for the ball. Gans goes up with the shot and gets it to go. Wasn't pretty, Will, but it ended up with 2 points.
Oh yeah, sometimes that's how it goes. It doesn't look good, but it goes in anyway, and that's a little treasure. Kearney High looks really comfortable in their fast break offense, and it looks like that's exactly what they want to do, and that's what they succeed in.
Owens the other way, can't get it to fall. Now Kearney going to slow it down a little bit as we near the minute mark.
Kearney needs to get back to having a good shot selection, taking good shots. They're getting good looks inside. They're just super contested and they're tough shots to make, just as that one is seen there.
That was an excellent block by Renard, playing straight up. Stabler pulls the trigger. Nothing but net. The Rockets needed that one. Tough defense by Stabler. Renard with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Northeast a chance to cut this to single digits.
Kearney's still looking to push the ball in transition offense and look to see if they make a change here in the fourth quarter.
At 3, it was a good look, just a little bit heavy from Perry. 10 to play in the third. Head fake from Gans, and she will shoot 2. Stabler got her on the hand.
even sometimes when you get the ball in the paint, you think it's a great shot, but when you have a tall girl in the paint like Northeast does, it's sometimes not a good shot. It's sometimes a lower percentage shot and a tougher shot to make. So look to see if Kearney High makes some smart passes out of the paint or tries to get her elevated and get her into foul trouble late in this game here.
So a couple of defensive substitutions by the Bearcats. Not wanting to give up anything easy. And that will do it for the third quarter. It was a 22-point game. The Rockets cut it to 12 with 8 minutes remaining. Don't go anywhere. Kearney 41, Northeast 29. We'll be back with the fourth. You're watching Girls High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
The race is on, and Speedy Mart at 5018 South Lincoln Avenue in York is your pit stop for victory. With 12 gas pumps, plus diesel and depth for semis, showers and laundry for the public, and a new sales floor packed with more snacks than ever, we'll keep you fueled and fresh. Hungry? Grab a slice at our Valentino's Express Pizza. Cross the finish line with a smile, because at Speedy Mart, every stop takes first place.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Schrock Medical Clinics in Kearney. Their expert medical team can treat every member of the family. And by Coppermill Steakhouse in Kearney. Only the finest food and great service.
Hey.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter about ready to go. And Will, we mentioned it, Rockets down by 22 in the third, but they've cut it to 12. Here's a couple of clips about how they did it. What did you see?
I saw them take better shots. They got more aggressive in the paint and took better shots. Didn't settle for kind of some semi-rhythm threes or some dribble threes or some just poorer shots. They took great shots. They got to the line, and then Renard got going kind of on the offensive boards and just in that aspect of it. And that's how they're going to get back into it is if Stabler starts shooting well, if other girls start shooting well, and if they just stay aggressive in the paint and defensively, their defensive pressure picked up, and it held Kearney to minimal points in the third quarter.
All right, final 8 minutes, game number one of our doubleheader here in Kearney tonight between the Rockets and Bearcats. Good ball movement by Northeast. It turns into 2 points. There is Sand, who now has all 9 of her points in this second half.
Look for the other scorers for Northeast to remain active. That's the key to this comeback is the pressure's on their top 2 performers, and so those other girls have to step up and make plays like she has been, and they'll get right back into this game.
Strong take by Gardner, got past her player, just couldn't get the layup to fall. Huge opportunity here for the Rockets. Big possession to cut it to single digits. The three is long. Merle grabs her own miss. Now Stabler splits the D, draws the foul.
Kearney's getting a lot of good looks offensively, but they're just contested looks in the paint. They're not bad shots. They're just really tough ones to make, and when you're not drawing a foul and you're missing them, it allows Northeast to get into transition and do what they want to do and come back.
So Stabler in the corner. Bernard trying to get open on the block. Back to Stabler. She drives. Doesn't fall for her. Another offensive board gets away from Bernard. We have a scramble. Possession arrow, Kearney. And actually, I think it wasn't a jump. They gave the timeout to Kearney, I believe. So it'll stay possession arrow, Bearcats. Timeout, Kearney. You have to love the effort, though, Will, that you're seeing by both teams.
Yeah, battles on boards. It's going to be the key to secure this win for Kearney or come back for Northeast. You have to secure the boards offensively and defensively, and the hustle you see, each team wants it so bad. One undefeated team and one team with one loss. They're battling to try to keep that record looking good and keeping the momentum going for both teams here as we go into the new year.
If you're just joining us, Kearney undefeated on the year at 8-0. Lincoln Northeast 4-1. Their lone loss of the season to Lincoln North Star. Rockets trailed by as many as 22 in the third quarter and currently find themselves down by 10 with 6.5 to play. Reminder, we'll be televising the boys contest as well to follow, so don't go anywhere after the girls. You grab a snack, grab some dinner, but be sure to stay on your couch and ready to watch high school hoops if that is the type of fan you are, watching basketball on a Tuesday evening as these two Heartland Athletic Conference foes go at it. Excellent effort here. Look at that, keeping it in by Snyder, and then it's off the knee of Owens.
Yeah, those plays aren't easy when you have to make sure that you take off from inside the boundary, because it's hard to step on the boundary, and regardless of if you save it or not, it's a turnover.
And then that effort by Snyder, because she made it, turns into 2 points for Kearney, as Gallant just had the basket, and now in transition, Province with an easy lay-in.
Look for Kearney to kind of turn this momentum around. It was going northeast way for a majority of that third quarter, so look for them to kind of turn this thing around and maybe make it back to that 20-point lead that they had earlier in the contest.
Well, there's a three from way downtown. Merle answers her first basket of the night. And that'll be a foul on Sand. 45-34 your score on the Midway CDJ scoreboard. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Reminder to stay tuned for our post-game show. It is brought to you by Custom Sports as well as Schrock Medical in Kearney. Loose ball, Bearcats come away with it. Now in the hands of Garner. Forward by Renard, and then she is fouled by the Bearcats. Looks like they'll give it to Lee.
You see both teams battling on the offensive board, which is really cool to see. And it just gives you more opportunities. Like I said before, the second chance points are huge. If you can capitalize on second chance points, you're going to be a super successful team. So it's pretty cool to see both teams on both ends getting on the floor and fighting for those offensive rebounds.
Nearing the 5-minute mark here in the fourth. 11-point lead for the Bearcats. Renard, her shot is short. She gets the miss by Owens and will shoot two.
Kearney's still hanging out in that zone defense, and that's a perfect instance of how tough it is to rebound out of a zone, especially if you have a small guard kind of playing in the paint position. It's hard to crash the rebounds when you have what looks like 5'10" on about 5'2".
Another look at the foul called on Lee, so she has a couple of back-to-back fouls. As Renard makes the first. Has 9 points. This will put her in double digits and cut it to a double, or keep it at double digits, but cut it to 10, which she does.
Look for Kearney how to kind of try to control the pace here. They might still try to push it in transition. That's what they're comfortable with, but it might be a smarter look to kind of control the speed of the game. Like I said before, live ball turnovers kill you, especially when you're trying to maintain a lead, and look to see if they can get some good looks inside, draw some fouls, get to the line, and just shoot a lot of good shots, a lot of smart shots.
Province, good take, just doesn't fall, and there's another rebound by Renard. Oh, and that'll be a travel. Just a shuffling of the feet by Merle.
Kearney High runs a high ball screen, a great set for a great look. It just doesn't fall. Look for them to continue to try to get those good looks and capitalize on them here through the last 4.5 minutes.
Garner to the rack. She is fouled.
Northeast back into a man-to-man defense. Trying to look at getting some ball pressure, force some turnovers, but they're getting beat on single-sided drives to the paint, and that's tough because then when you pull the help, it allows that drop-off that we've seen multiple times from Kearney.
So 9 points for Garner. Again, we talked about her in the pregame. Freshman for the Bearcats, averaging 17 a game. What have you liked about Garner that you've seen so far tonight?
It's really unusual to see someone her age look this comfortable. There's nothing about the speed. She's not really gifted size-wise, but she looks like a senior. She looks like she's comfortable, looks like she's played this for 4 years and looks ready to compete. Doesn't matter who's guarding her. She'll take it right at their center.
Now on the flip side, there is Owens, who is called for the charge. 4:01 to go. Get another look at it here. That was just Lee keeping her feet set and shuffling. Not much more in basketball will get a team fired up, except maybe for like a huge two-handed dunk or something over somebody. But taking a charge, right? That's a good one. That could get you a steak from a coach.
Oh yeah, we used to get Dairy Queen gift cards if we drew charges.
There you go.
I rarely like to get on the floor, so that was an incentive that got me to do it a couple times.
There's a basket by Lee following that charge drawn by the Bearcats. Rockets need a big basket. That's long. Renard's there to try to clean it up. She'll shoot two. I'd like to remind you that you're going to want to stay tuned for our Player of the Game interview, brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, where they are your healing destination.
You're seeing Renard get a lot more touches in the paint, whether they're created by her, created by her teammates, and that's been one of the big keys to their comeback is she's just dominated the paint here in the second half and required a lot of attention, giving her opportunities to score and also her teammates the opportunities to score.
Offensive board grabbed by Stabler, and she buries a three. That's a big swing there. It's an 8-point game.
Stabler starting to look more comfortable from behind the three-point line. She's hit just about her last two, and they've been big ones to cut it to single digits here and get them back into the game.
So Garner, the freshman, back at the line shooting two. Bearcats in the bonus.
It'll be super important down the stretch here for Kearney High to make their free throws. That's a make or break in kind of late game situations when you have a lead. As you're going to get fouled, you got to make those shots. You got to put your team into a position to succeed if they're going to give you the opportunity to shoot them freely from the line.
Back to a 10-point affair, 3 minutes and change to go. Rockets have cut into a 22-point lead in the third quarter that the Bearcats had, but have not been able to fully eliminate it. And here comes Kearney the other way with under 3 to go. Coach Danielson will take a timeout for Kearney. We'll take one as well. 50-40. 2:55 to go here in the girls' contest at Kearney High. You're watching high school basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Beatrice Community Hospital is proud to serve Beatrice and the surrounding area for over 100 years. We provide quality care with small-town hospitality. Our services include family medicine, OBGYNs, robotic surgery, diagnostic imaging, and more. We're excited to grow our services, including a new medical clinic building in the community of Wymore. We're proud to be a top 20 rural hospital. And thank you for trusting us to care for you and your family. Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Nebraska Public Power District was ready to power the state's ag industry growth in the 70s and the ethanol industry in the 2000s. Today, the need for energy is growing at a rapid pace. We are ready. We are expanding our diverse energy generation mix and building onto an already reliable and resilient infrastructure, not only to power today, but to empower Nebraska's tomorrow. Nebraska Public Power District.
Welcome back. High school hoops at Kearney High. And why wouldn't you be dancing? We're having a good time in this girls' contest. 2:55 to play. The home team Bearcats leading by 10. Brandon Axement, Will Vanderbeek with you for all of the action on News Channel Nebraska. Well, what does Kearney need to do to close this thing out?
They need to just possess the ball, minimize turnovers, minimize mistakes, and capitalize on free throws when they'll come here down the stretch. It'll be important to make free throws, to slow down transition, and to keep them from getting quick and easy baskets.
From the free throw line, no good, but that's because Snyder was fouled. 2 shots coming up. This is third personal on Owens.
Snyder doing a great job of this game of stepping up when her other teammates are being guarded heavier, doubled, or things that have happened, that she's really stepped up and stepped into her role of taking over when the opportunity presents itself.
We have a substitution here for the Rockets. Merle comes on. Okay, that's so the reason we have a substitution is because the foul got changed. It was originally given to Owens. Instead, the foul goes to Sand for the Rockets, and why that's important is because Sand is now fouled out. And Sand came off the bench and had 9 points for Northeast here in the second half.
It's kind of a tough blow for Northeast, as she has been that spark here in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see who they turn to here in the last couple minutes, to see if they can make a comeback in this game and maybe force some turnovers and get some easy transition baskets.
Province from the corner. Offensive board by Gans. That'll stay here with Kearney.
Kearney High doing a great job of kind of exposing this zone defense a little bit on the rebounding side of things. Doing a great job of crashing the boards. Not really seeming to fear the transition game, as they're very skilled in it themselves. They're just crashing hard, 2-3 girls at a time, and that wins you basketball games when you're able to capitalize on offensive rebounds.
Province drives and kicks. And Owens nearly steals it. Province to the rack, left hand it goes. $14 points now for Province. Kearney back up by 14, feeling pretty good. Owens lay-in doesn't fall, kicked out to Stabler, top of the key. She buries it. Her 4th triple. Rockets hanging in there, not quite going away fully. Still with 1:09 to go. The odds are against them, down 11. Northeast does take a timeout. We'll take one quickly as well. 54-43 here in Kearney.
It all starts at Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, a side-by-side built to work with you on the farm or the ranch. A trusted partner when you're out hunting. And the adventurous speed to feel the thrill when it's time to play. Work hard, ride hard, play hard. Big Red Motorsports in O'Neill, powering your passion every step of the way.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
Welcome back. 1:09 remaining. 54-43 is the score. The Rockets forced to go into this full court pressure, looking for some turnovers and points quickly. Ball into Garner. There's a turnover. Wide open three doesn't fall. Lincoln Northeast desperately needed that one. Renard then called for the foul. It's everything you wanted if you were Lincoln Northeast, aside from the shot falling. Another look at the foul brought to you by Meade Lumber and Beatrice Community Hospital. At Meade Lumber, they're making you feel at home from design to finish. Snyder at the line. She has 12 points, now make it 13.
Kearney High doing a great job of kind of cleaning up those plays on the defensive rebounding end. Those are big ones. Those are easy ones to let up and let slip and then let teams back in the game. So it'll be key here in the last minute to make sure those stay to a minimum and clean up the rebounds and minimize turnovers and make your free throws.
Active hands by Kennedy League. She gets the steal and is fouled by Renard. Perhaps before, though, a full timeout taken by the Bearcats. So we'll take another quick timeout. 56-43. Looks like the Bearcats are on their way to advancing to 9-0. We'll be back.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Buffalo County Community Partners, because your life matters and help is always here. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Welcome back. You see the sign. A lot of happy fans here at Kearney High, as it's very much looking like the Bearcats will remain undefeated and improve to 9-0. Currently leading by 13 with 43 seconds remaining. Game number one of our doubleheader tonight on News Channel Nebraska.
If you don't see Province towards the end of this game, I think after one of the plays, she started having calf or hamstring cramps, so you might not see her the rest of this contest, which might hurt a little bit with Kearney High's ball handling.
Well, there's a steal by Northeast. They're needing threes, needing points, and quickly Owens gets to Stabler. Stabler off the mark.
Look for Kearney High to just kind of dribble this out as the shot clock has gone off with this possession.
And they'll be able to wind it down. It is official. Your score here in Kearney. 56-43, the Bearcats continue their historic start to this season, improve to 9-0 with the victory over Lincoln Northeast. The Rockets drop to 4-2. Don't go anywhere. Our post-game show is coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during their early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for high-quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a teammate's mentor. I've heard teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates help students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
It's the year-end savings event at Schaefer's, and the deals are bigger than ever on top-name appliances. If it plugs in, it's on sale. Choose from Schaefer's huge selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances and save. From cool new refrigerators to energy-saving laundry pairs and air-fry ovens. Now with year-end markdowns and for a limited time, free local delivery. It's the year-end savings event going on now at Schaefer's.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Welcome back. Drew Danielson joining us as Kearney High gets the 56-43 victory over Lincoln Northeast. Coach, had about a 22-point lead in the third. Rockets made a run in that second half. You held strong and were able to win still by double digits. Overall thoughts on your team's performance in that one?
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good in the first half. Our energy, our effort, just playing hard, playing together. The ball was had a lot of energy today, as we say, which was really good. The second half, tough teams have to fight some adversity to get it done, and they're a good team. A testament to them, well coached, fought back in the game, but at the end of the day, we got a tough team and we got it done.
And at the end of the day, you get the win 9-0. We talked about this being a historic start to the season for this program. Why have you been able to do this thus far, be undefeated and have 9 wins under your belt?
Yeah, it's just about the girls, It's everything they do that you don't see in a game. It's the classroom meetings, it's the bus rides, it's how they are in the hallways together. We've got a very together bunch, which doesn't happen a whole lot in today's age. So just very proud of the people they are, the character that they have, and the energy and the love that they show on the floor.
Well, and one of those players, a leader and a senior, Addie Snyder, we're going to talk to her shortly. 14 points tonight. Not only tonight, but what does she offer this team in general?
She's just the ultimate team player. She'll do anything that we need to win the game. Tonight hit a bunch of threes in the first half, knocked some free throws down towards the end of the game. Good teams have those senior leaders once you get down to the end of February and March, and we've got 4 of them, so super proud of her.
Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck the rest of the way.
You bet. Thanks.
All right, let's bring in Addie Snyder, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, player of the game, 14 points. More importantly, helping Kearney improve to 9-0. Addie, Coach just labeled you as the ultimate competitor. Where does that come from your perspective? How do you be the ultimate competitor?
I just like getting in there. I'm known as the team player, so I just kind of do my thing and just go out there and compete my best.
Well, and part of doing that has allowed you guys to be 9-0, one of the best starts that this program has ever had. What has that journey been like thus far, going 9 games, 9 wins?
It's awesome. Honestly, the best feeling right now. I think we can just keep going and keep doing better and hopefully make it to state.
And another big reason why Coach said it's the love and the energy and the togetherness that this group shares. Why do you think that your group possesses that? How come you guys all get along and play so well together?
Oh, we're a great team. We all play together. We hang out outside of basketball, and our coach really just emphasizes us it's more than basketball, it's more than the game, so we just really come together.
Addie, congratulations and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's Addie Snyder. The Kearney Bearcats are 9-0, 14 points for her. She is our Nebraska Orthopedic Center player of the game. The boys are about to get started. We'll come back quickly, wrap things up for girls, and prepare for the boys' contest here on News Channel Nebraska.
The postgame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech. It's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Welcome back. The boys are out on the court. We're going to quickly wrap up the girls by jumping into our top plays here on News Channel Nebraska. So girls contest, first game of a doubleheader. The Bearcats 8-0 hosting the 4-1 Lincoln Northeast Rockets on a Tuesday evening to round out 2025. Getting things started off in the first quarter. In transition, there is a basket for Hallie Garner, who had 14 points on the night. The freshman has been a revelation for the Bearcats early on. Now, here's a sophomore youngster for the Rockets in Brenna Renard, averaging a double-double. There she gets the rebound and the putback. She had 11 points on the night, but some three-point shooting by Libby Province, helping the Bearcats get out to an early lead. She also, Province, with 14 for the Bearcats. After one, it was 14-5. We head to the second. There is Province with the strong take to the rack. Kearney up 16-5 early and continuing to lay it on against the Rockets. There's the stop and the lay-in for Addie Snyder, who was our player of the game. She had 14 as well for Northeast. But the Rockets started to get back into things a little bit, working it down low to Renard, who gets the 2. She had 5 points in the first half. After 2, it was 27-12. Kearney with the lead. Now the Bearcats would get up by as many as 22 in the third quarter, but the Rockets made a run. There's Gigi Owens with the bucket. She had 6. Then there's tough defense by Renard. What was a 22-point lead, the Rockets were able to cut to 10 at one point. Three-pointer knocked down by Elijah Stabler, who had 14 points as well. We head to the fourth, 41-29, Rockets leading, and it got to single digits for a moment, but the Bearcats, whenever Northeast made a run, Kearney had an answer, and towards the end, they were able to run away with it. Here's Province with the lay-in. Again, she finished with 14, tying a team high alongside Snyder. Despite a great effort by the Rockets to make a rally, it would not be enough. Your final score, 56-43. The Bearcats improve to 9-0. So with that, we have about 2.5 minutes until we get this boys game going. Stay with us. That is the wrapping up of girls. Boys basketball coming up next between Kearney and Lincoln Northeast on News Channel Nebraska.
A truck that's built